This here is the Hot Wheels wall tracks. As you can see, the template is set up. Here's the top and here's the bottom. It says flush with the floor. I'm actually going to make this a little bit higher because I have a little one below the age of 4, and I also might expand on the track as well. So first you have the brackets that you have to put on. Each bracket is labeled on the back side of these brackets. This little piece in the back here comes off, and you can actually see the letter A, and I'll show you in a different clip here. But you're looking at the Hot Wheels wall tracks. This is the top portion of the template that goes on the wall. You tape it just with some masking tape, and then the bottom portion actually aligns with the floor. You can see it says flush with floor. Because I have a little one in the house, I actually made it a little bit higher. Plus I want to possibly add to the track if possible. We'll see if that's possible later. And here you have bracket A, and you know it's bracket A because if you take off this back piece, it says the letter A, and then also on this side is B, and then it just goes side to side, D, E, C, D, E, F. And once you have all those up, the following steps will be fairly easy. You just connect the tracks. One more thing to note is that you want to hold down and push on these for at least 30 seconds so the adhesive sticks. And you want to do that until you count to about 30, and then just do the same thing with the remaining B, C, D, E, and F brackets. And as you can see, the instructions are pretty clear, and the next step is to remove the template, and we'll do that right now. Before we move on to assembling the whole track together on the wall, we need to, as it says here in step 5, assemble track pieces. And here are the track pieces that we have to assemble. And it's fairly easy. Only takes a few minutes, and we're going to put those together right now. Then we'll move on to step 6, which actually goes through and shows how the wall tracks go onto the wall, as you can see here. So this is how the pre-assembled pieces should look. It took a little effort getting the yellow pieces on, but once you get the hang of it, it goes real fast, and then it connects to the gray loop. Now what's nice about this is actually this is the right side, I believe. This is the right, and this one's the left. Now not only are they marked left and right on the back, on the bottom here, but the size, which is this piece that it goes into, is actually, the right is actually larger, so it only can go into this piece. Whereas on the left, this one is a little bit smaller, so it can only go into that track as well. On this side, these are just easy installation of the breakaway. So this is bracket A. When installing this little gray piece, it just slides right in. There's no trick to it. It just, as you can see, I can slide it right out, and it just slides right back in. This is still on bracket A. This is the next piece right here. This long piece, it actually connects from A to B. And what you see on the bottom here is how it connects with this crosshair. And what you do is you just snap it right in. Snap it right in there. And as you can see, it automatically nicely fits pretty well right into B. As long as you have everything lined up properly, and it actually just fell right into place, right into B. So the template works really well, and then we'll move on. This is how it looks so far. Let me just adjust that for you. And here's the next piece where you just slide. Again, it's the little cross hairs right up here, and you just drop it in. You can see it on the bottom there, and just drop that right in, and then it goes around, and that actually fell out, which is interesting. We'll actually try to fix that right now and show you what can be done if that does happen. So you have this piece right here, and as you can see the cross sections, the arrow showing you which direction it should be going in. And you just clip that right back in. Let me just show it to you again, because it's just a little clip. It's not a big issue. You just angle it and then clip it back in. And then you just bring this piece in, and let's see here. Trying to do this one-handed. There we go. So, and that's the section that we have right now. So once again, this is the next piece. It's actually the I guess you'd call it the circular ramp. And what happens is you just drop them again into the crosshairs, and it's actually I call them crosshairs, but they're just little cross pieces that are crisscrossed. And let's see if I can do this one-handed. What I'll do is I'll put this piece in, but just show you this side. So just again, if you do the template right, it just should drop right in, and it was fairly easy to just place right in. So here we are, we're moving to the this left ramp that we have here, and we're just gonna line it up, drop it right in. Just do this here. That's one section, and as you can see right here, it sort of lines right up and snaps right in. So this is what we have so far. And once you have that template up, it actually is pretty easy to just piece it all together and bring it all together all at once. If you take the time initially on the initial stages, it works really well. I'll mention this in the beginning again, but remember you need a 3-foot by 3-foot section for the track. So keep that in mind when spacing it out. And the nice piece about this is, say if you do mess up, you can always replace the tabs on the back, which are these little tabs, which you can probably find at any hardware store or retailer, and like a Walmart or Target or something, and just replace them, and you can start your track all over again in a different place. So I like the mobility of that and being able to have the diversity of moving it in multiple locations. Let's finish up this last piece. So now we're on to this last section, again with this bottom piece going right into this little cross section here, and just putting that right there. Give me a second, I'm just trying to do this with one hand, trying to get it around. There we go. And as you can see, it just lines right up. Now these, as you can see, are supposed to do that. They come down. And then the last section is just the launch ramps, which we're going to put on. So there's this one piece that I did forget to add onto this section, this left section. And like this initial piece, it just slides right in to the blue section here, and just slide it right in. And it's actually, there's no end piece to it, so it'll just launch right off. Now after this, you have the launch that comes off this piece, which is another slide piece, just like the initial gray piece we started with right there. It's actually, if I can find it here, it's actually this piece right here, and this again just slides right in. And I'll do this. Sorry about the shakiness, just trying to do this with one hand to give an example. And it's normally not this difficult. It's easier when you have two hands and you're focusing on it a little bit more. There we go. And that's the end of that piece. Now, the big piece that we finish with are these two orange slats that just go on the end of this piece right here. And we're going to do that right now. Now as you see here with the two orange slats, this ramp right here, they connect to to make a longer piece by this section, and you just slide it on the back side like this, and there's a little piece that actually should line up and lock it in, and this piece looks like so. That's the way it should lock right in, and then here's how it looks on the back. So here's our wall tracks put together. We started with the initial bracket. Again, you need 3 feet by 3 feet when lining this up. And so here's section A. This is the right ramp, the loop, the left ramp, I think it's called the breakaway, and then you have the remaining pieces that come off here. And again, I did this a little bit higher than you normally would do it. You normally would put it right to the floor, but in my case I put up a little bit higher because I had a younger child in the house, and I just ramped it to this little table right here. So here's what the Hot Wheels wall tracks looks like on the Idea Paint wall that I have in the house. And as you can see, I added some dry erase drawings to it. Just to give it a little bit more character. And that's it. Definitely give it a try. If you don't have a dry erase wall like this, look up Idea Paint